Hello everyone and welcome to Camping with Lenny. In this episode, camping at Sibbald Point Provincial Park with two other dudes. This episode is brought to you by Icebreaker. Icebreaker is a natural merino performance outdoor clothing company based in Auckland, New Zealand. With Icebreaker's lightweight, durable, odor-resistant apparel, it removes moisture away from your skin in warm conditions to keep you cool and comfortable. And Cotopaxi. Cotopaxi is an outdoor travel apparel, bag, and gear company with a focus on impact and sustainability. They believe in creating and designing outdoor gear that fuels both adventure and global changes by dedicating a percentage of its revenue towards vetted non-profit organizations working to improve human condition. Consider using the affiliated link in the description for your next purchase. You will help support future content on this channel. Thanks for your support. It's 1:09 p.m. It's the day before I'm going away tomorrow for a little bit of camping trip with two of my friends. Before I'm going to start packing, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of update here. I'm actually heading out with two of my friends, like I mentioned before. We are sharing tents. We're sharing equipment to make sure that we don't overpack. But here's the caveat, this whole thing. We're going to be going into one car, and there's going to be three of us. I have to figure out what to pack, what do I need personally, and what I need to have with me to share. So that includes the water jugs, the tarp, the kitchen stuff. So I'm going to try to sort that out. The goal is to pack all this in a way, not pack, but to select items that's easy to carry and then take minimal footprint as much as possible. The good news is I'm not bringing a tent. My buddy, I want to call him Nelson, will be using his tent, and my buddy Zahid, you already know who Zahid is. He went to he joined me to the Fail winter camping, and yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So this time we're going to go in the middle of summer and it's going to be hot. So one extreme to the other. But anywho, yeah, so we divided everything up regarding what they can bring. So I'm bringing all the kitchen stuff we need, plus the tarp and the tarp poles. So I have to compress everything. I have to put everything into one bag as much as possible and try to bring whatever I can to bring. The dry bin, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to bring my full dry bin, because majority of the stuff in the dry bin I'm kind of need. So I might just use the whole dry bin itself to make it easier. My goal is probably to put everything on the cart. I have a dolly with me, bring it back to the apartment, to the condo, and just to leave it there. Then tomorrow I'll bring it back down. It's just going to cost a little bit of crazy, messy thing, but at least I don't have to repack it. I was thinking about bringing it to the car, but I need the car to drive around this afternoon. So yeah. That's the thing I'm looking for. So before I start packing and all that stuff, so I'm going to show you guys what I packed and all that good stuff. But before we go there, I do want to let you guys know that if you are planning to go with friends and family, make sure you have a combined list. We use Google Docs to put a list together regarding who's bringing what, to make it easier for us to figure out what to bring. Also, we actually have a couple of conference calls to make sure that everyone's still on the same page. So if you are planning to go camping with friends and family, make sure you coordinate. Coordinate is the key to make sure that your camping, that doesn't matter how long it is, will be successful, because you don't want to go to camping, everyone just double up, and by the time you get there, you have a car full of equipment, you have another car full of equipment, you have a car full of equipment, and when you guys unload, it's whatever you bring, it's been replicated two more times. So to minimize whatever you guys carry, it'll be easier to just choose which one you want to check. So I'm going to start sorting this out, and I'll get back to you what it looks like. It's 1:22 p.m. and so everything's packed already. So what I'm planning to bring with me, it's less than what I thought it will be, so that's a good sign. So what I have here is, I'll get everything organized. So here it is. Literally, this is what I'm bringing with me. I have my sleeping pad, my sleeping bag, just give you a heads up, it is going to be roughly about 30 degrees C this weekend, but I'm going to bring it just in case. I have my bucket here, my bucket full of odds and ends, so ropes, fire starter, axe, dish soap, and all that good things. My sleeping bag, of course, my dry bin. I decided to bring the whole thing, again, just for ease of use, and I don't have to repack it. I have my I have my portable buckets. Bins. No, buckets. Yeah, whatever. What's it called again? My collapsible bins. I'm blanking now. The stuff that I used to wash the dishes. I'm bringing my portable grill as well too, because we're planning to cook on the fire. My tarp, my pillow, of course, my portable pillow, my butane. I'm bringing 4 of my poles for the tarp itself. That's it. That's all I'm planning to bring with me. Anything more than that is just gonna be overkill. I'm very happy that it's not as much than I thought it would be. That's good. I still have my stove upstairs and my water jug upstairs. In the garage, drying up from our last trip, so I'm gonna bring that. Here's the state of my storage. Actually, the state of my storage is actually still chaotically organized. I have my tents, I have my cot, my bikes. Everything has been organized, neatly organized. Chaos. Oh, the only thing I'm not bringing with me is the Jackery solar panel, because I'm not planning to. I don't see myself charging while I'm down there. I'm just gonna bring an extra battery pack for anything that needs to charge, like my GoPro stuff. Technology wise, I'm only bringing my GoPro and my CPAP. Anything else, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not even bringing my yoga mat at all. So so that's gonna be the gear that I'm bringing with me. My backpack for my clothes and all that stuff. I still have food in a car that I have to bring up later when I come back from my last minute grocery shopping. That will make it easier. I'll just leave in the car and just grab it before we head out tomorrow. Yeah, it's just to make it easier. It's gonna be hot this weekend. I've been checking every day to find out if there's a fire ban, because if you guys remember, I'm just gonna put my sorry about that. As you guys remember, there is a fires in Quebec right now that's actually interfering with Southern Ontario. So we've been checking every day if there's a fire ban. The campsite we're going to, it's Sibbald Point, Provincial Park. If there is, then I'm going to change our tactics slightly. That's why I'm bringing my stove and my barbecue grill. At least we can barbecue that way. If not, then we're good to go. What else? Yeah, like I mentioned, it's going to be 30 degrees C all weekend long, so it's going to be hot. It's going to be the same heat as my last camping trip at Long Point. So this time I'm going to be prepared for it. I did buy a USB based fan to cool off the tent in the middle of the night, so that hopefully that will help circulate the air. What else? I'm bringing lightweight clothes this time. I was hoping to get some merino wool for summer, but I can't find it. I have to order it. It didn't occur to me I should be getting it as soon as I get back, so it's kind of weird. I was hoping to get some icebreakers, merino wool, but I have to order it online just to for the next trip instead of this trip. So I'm just gonna finish cleaning up the big mess behind me and bring everything upstairs and head out to do last minute the grocery shopping. I'll see you guys later. It is 1:15 p.m. The car is loaded. I'm heading down now. Just finished grabbing my rest of my equipment, my backpack and all. So I'm heading out to the lobby and finish loading the car. camping. It's gonna be fun. It's actually hotter today, but the wind is very nice and breezy, so it will work out well. Okay.
Ground floor.
Hey Zahid, can you open the trunk? So, hey guys, it's packed. Hey Nelly.
Yeah, I know. We just started with the forest.
It's 4:30 and we're finally here. Here it is. That's what happened if you ending up going camping on a bunch of calculated PMs and engineers and like designers. They're using their crude method of like compassing to figure out which one's the best spot for tenting. This is called tent yoga. So
All right, let's start unloading.
that's not bad. So we're putting the tarp up, right?
Yeah.
Where do you want to put the tarp at? Are we just putting the tarp here?
Let's do the tent first.
Yeah, okay. We're back. It is 4:10 p.m. and tent is set up. Yes, we are planning to, all three of us, to stay in this tent. The tarp is up. And you want to see two grown people try to start a fire? So yeah, so we're starting fire now and we're just going to relax for the rest of the time. We're going to eat and enjoy the time. Oh, Jesus. He's a very determined young man, trying to act something that's a modern technology like a fire starter will work.
Hey, our dads didn't have fire starters.
Our dad does. So yeah, so tent is set. It's not, you know, we never used this tent before, so we're kind of like winging it. I'm not really sure this is how it's supposed to work, but it is what it is. The side itself is pretty open, so that's why we got the tarp up. The ground itself is pretty rocky in this side, pretty sandy over there. So it'll be very challenging to put your pegs in. So just keep that in mind when you're in this site. We'll go through the site later on as soon as we finish setting up. We decided to start the fire because we are getting hungry. So they're starting the fire the old-fashioned way, without the fire starter.
Where's your spray oil?
Chips will work too, by the way. Chips are flammable.
And we eat that?
Yeah, you can use that.
No, we eat that.
We eat that, okay. So yeah, so we're just finishing setting up and eating, and yeah, we're just getting hungry. Long drive, about an hour to get up here from Nelson's place, so it's still pretty good drive up. Let's just go walk to the street here. Just keep that. So there is a shower just down that way. There is a water closet, so in other words, an outhouse across. Unfortunately, this is the only site that we can get last minute, so it works what it is. It is what it is. It's not supposed to rain today or tomorrow or Sunday. It's supposed to rain Sunday, but not anymore, so it's fine. We're just gonna again set up, finish it off, and figure out what to do after that. It's 6:00 p.m. Zahid sausage, Nelson myself sausage. Apparently he miscounted how many we are. Expect us to eat all this in one day. Nelson's attempt of barbecuing sausage.
Dollar store, you failed me again.
It's not a dollar store issue. It's a user issue.
Hey man, sausage is falling apart. It only cooked on one side. Oh crap, it's falling apart. Jaldi karo. On the t-shirt thing, that's some Hindi. Jaldi, jaldi. Oh, fuck. Where's our garbage cans? Do we have to separate beer cans?
Yeah.
So do you have 2 garbage cans?
Yeah, I have a box. So try it, Nelson. See what it tastes like.
Too much high heat actually with this. What? I got chopsticks.
You want a plate? I can get you a plate. Sausage. Nectar of gods. This is what a Filipino calls vegetable, pork. Main diet of Filipino is pork, rice, and pork.
Done.
Lechon. Unfortunately, we have one person here that does not eat pork. Can you name me one person?
You keep saying that in every video too.
Ooh, hold on. Good?
Oh.
Hold on. Okay, here it is. Let's see.
There's that chicken.
Chicken will be done soon. Don't worry. It cooks faster than pork. Just on low heat.
You're right. You don't need salt.
Yeah. You don't need salt?
No.
It's so salty.
That's so funny.
What do you think you need salt for sausages?
I don't know. I thought you need salt.
Like I
You need
don't.
salt for everything.
But not in sausage because it's already been pre-made. It's been marinated already.
Look at that thing. It looks like as if it's just raw meat. There's no salt or nothing, anything else in it.
Okay. The burger patties.
Yeah. So the one in Roy Gomes, they don't put any other thing. It's just burger patty, just meat patties. And then you have to put salt and pepper. If I'm wrong, ask Lindolfo. Maybe it's the Brazilian way of doing it, I don't know. In Indian stores as well, we actually just get some meat patties. So you guys are too processed food.
Speaking of the person who doesn't eat vegetables.
I don't eat vegetables. Yeah.
There you go. So
That's not done.
this is sausage, pork. This is pork,
No, that's
beef, chicken. Thank you, Nelson, for cooking. 7:04 p.m. So we just finished eating. I'm full now.
You want to tell everybody?
No, I didn't tell anybody.
Chutney, mint. This is green. This is red.
Good Wi-Fi there?
Green and red.
I'll tell you.
So we just finished eating dinner. Well, those two are still eating dinner. I'm going to. I'm done eating. I'm so full. We just ended up having sausages and beef and some chicken sausage as well too, pork sausages, all that good stuff. We got in really early actually. We got in about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock ish. Can't remember anymore. But it took us about 30 minutes to set up the tent and the tarp, start the fire, and start eating. So today was complete just R&R, just catching up. We haven't actually, all three of us haven't really hanged out for almost a year, about 6 months now. So we've been talking on the phone and all that stuff. So we've been meeting individually, but not like all three of us. It's kind of funny that because us three were working for another. We met in with a company that Nelson and I are not there anymore, but Zahid's still there. So it was that's how we ended up getting together and meeting up and just hanging out. This trip is actually the first time that we are doing this trip together. Zahid and I actually went for a field winter camping. He was there to join me in that failed camping trip, but today, this weekend, we're just gonna hang out and catch up, and we decided to do that in camping and record for a bit. I don't know what the plan is for tomorrow. The only thing I know is we'll be cooking a lot, eating and cooking a lot. Yeah, so that's the plan, and hopefully that's gonna turn out well. It's not as hot than I thought it would be. It's actually nice and cool. Yeah, it's just nice and cool. It's not hot at all. This afternoon when we were setting up, it was hot, but hopefully the heat's not going to be too much. The canopy of the site, it's actually pretty good. It's actually covered all the way to the side, so it's actually helped protect us from the sun, but not really. During midday, it's going to be hot, so we just have to be careful on that one. Like I mentioned before, the outhouse is just right there, but that's an emergency comfort station. The bathroom is only literally a 1 minute walk in that direction, so it's pretty good. The ground of the site is a mixture between rock and sand-ish ground, no grass. You just have to be very careful while walking around. It is the rock can be owie. It can hurt you, so you just have to be you just have to be very careful with that. And hopefully it's going to be a nice, comfortable evening. Nothing too hot. Yeah, so the other two are still eating, so I'm going to join them for a bit. I think I'm done. We'll see. Oh my god! Remember the episode I said be careful with lights? Sibbald is putting a mood together because he wants to drink whiskey and
Yeah, that's it. Alright.
yeah, can you grab me one, Nelson? He wants to set a mood so when he drinks whiskey, when he finishes, he can just cuddle with us.
You just need the middle part, and then you put this on the other side.
Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on.
You should but
Like
you
leave it
should
a little bit hanging.
you should put light on the ropes. Okay. You should put light.
Yeah. So.
Because when
It is long, you can go there.
because at nighttime, if you ever use the washroom, see that
Oh, you know what to do? I put a chair.
chair.
Yeah.
Still triple fall down.
It's less. Yeah, but
You died from
he
there.
died. Hold on. I'm not going to edit this later. Hold on.
It's so long, so you need to put this one there.
So what's happening here is Zahid wants to put lights around the tarp to provide some ambient lighting. He also put some in the tent.
Okay, can you just sleep?
What? What's that?
Make it dark?
I like it dark too. We're not afraid of the dark.
Usually at home as well.
He wants to create mood lighting.
Not in that way.
It's like you even have a lamp here.
Well, I mean, I go mostly with Purvi.
So when he goes at night, when he goes to the bathroom, he walks like this to make sure that he knows where to go. It's 10:35 p.m. So it's been a long night. We ending up just relaxing, chillaxing, and enjoying, just catching up and all that good stuff. So we're just getting ready to clean up and head down to the tent and just get ready for a little bit of a games night type deal before we go to bed. So before I go, I just want to show you guys the light that Zahid put together. I'm not sure if you can see that. Zahid decided to put some lights on the tarp, including the tent itself. It's pretty dim. I just stepped on the guidelines. But yeah, no, he put it here. Remember I mentioned one of my episodes about lighting? This is actually a very nice one because it's dim. At the same time, it's not over in your face type feel to it. So it's good. I'm just using my headlamp to give me a light, but it works exactly the way it's supposed to work with the string lights. It's not very overpowering. It's not very powering or or disruptive to the rest of the campsite. It is 11:50 p.m. It's late. I have my red light on because it gets really, really dark here now. So I just want to say goodnight and we'll chat again tomorrow. Day 2, 7:37 a.m. First of all, I did not record as much footage last night because my friends and I were just catching up. We haven't seen each other collectively in months, so we're just catching up. We've seen each other individually, but never in a group setting like this for a while now. So it was nice to get together. Last night was very nice. It was okay. The highlight of last night was just actually temperature. The temperature was amazing. Let's start with during the day. During the day it was about 28 degrees. So, but at the same time it was actually nice and breezy. So it wasn't like piercing hot. And when the sun started going down, the temperature was hovering about 25 degrees. And when the sun was out, it was about 20 degrees. So it was really nice and comfortable. There was a nice breeze, so it just keeps everything nice and not muggy, but it's just nice and comfortable. Best way to describe it. And by the time we went to bed, it was about 20. But overnight, it went down to 15 degrees, roughly. So it was just nice and comfortable sleeping weather. This is the first night and I actually slept with just a sleeping pad. Sleeping bag, sleeping pad. On top of that is my sleeping bag and my portable pillow, right? And it was it was good. It's a good setup. It was small, lightweight. It's super easy to set up. But the only problem is the pillow. The pillow was too thin, so it was very uncomfortable to use. So it was just uncomfortable. So I have to figure out how to fix that. I might get a thicker portable pillow that I can fold, same size as what I have now. That'll be perfect. If I can get one of those, that'll be perfect, ideal setup. The sleeping pad does help, but it's not ideal. It's not, if it's only for 2 nights, it's fine, but if it's going to be longer than that, it's not ideal, in my opinion. What else? I'm not sure if you guys remember the episode I put together regarding the lighting situation, just making sure that your light should not be brighter than the ambient light. A good example was last night. My buddy Zahid put string lights around the tarp and around the tent, so we have ambient light, and it was bright enough that you can see, but not too bright that you can disturb your neighbors. I think we don't have that issue here because of the trees surrounding the site was so thick that you can barely see anything outside your site. So I'm gonna show you guys right now during the day. The guys are still sleeping right now, so I just want to give you guys, that's why I'm still whispering. Okay, so you can see here the trees all the way around. Those things are incredibly thick. You can barely hear or see your neighbors right there. I see trees here. I see trees. I know we have a neighbor over there. I can actually hear them, but you cannot see them. So that's really nice too. It's a good setup. So it's pretty cool. And this park is only an hour and a half away from downtown Toronto. It's actually a pretty good location. So I'm definitely gonna put this in the come back list. Because it's actually pretty neat. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the guys to wake up and start the day. It is 9:15 a.m. and those two are still sleeping. Yeah, they're still sleeping. I just don't want to make too much noise. So here's the situation. So I don't have keys in the car to get coffee and start the fire or start breakfast. Uh, everyone's awake already except us, I think. It's kind of funny though, because there was a site just one that way. Oh, hold on, a truck is coming. Very loud truck. Yeah, I was saying that there's a site about one that way to my right. They came in late, around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and started setting up. As soon as they set up, they chilled and they went to bed. Yeah, they came in late. So if you guys do go camping in the middle of the night, like arriving in the middle of the night, sorry, there's a lot of cars driving, middle of the night, make sure you have lamps or headlamps to help you set up, because it was pretty dark at that time, and what I saw, they just ended up setting up their tent and a couple of chairs, and they went to bed. So yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Just keep that in mind if you are going to set up in the middle of the night. Make sure you have everything. And I keep hearing dogs there. I'm not sure if you can actually hear me properly. Last night it was pretty quiet. It wasn't loud at all. As soon as around 10 o'clock, it was just quiet. So that was pretty good. Let me phrase this: around 10 o'clock, everyone was dying down. Then by the time I went to bed around midnight, it was pretty quiet. So it was good. But this morning, everyone started waking up around 8 o'clock, and people started making breakfast because I can smell bacon in the air. So that smells amazing. But the boys are still sleeping with the car keys. Okay, I want to add something here. I just finally got a data signal on my phone. I can make phone calls but no data, but I finally got some glimpse of data. And it's a high of 24 today and a low of 14, so it's going to be similar to yesterday, so it's nice and comfortable. Currently it's 18 degrees cloudy. That's why I'm wearing a sweater and pants in the middle of July. That's fine, because for the past 3 weeks we've been getting record heat. We were getting about 30 plus degrees with humidity, and if you have humidity in Ontario, Southern Ontario, it's incredibly hot. So it's just nice to have a cooler evening, cooler weekend, and it'll be a lot more comfortable to hang out and just relax. Beach day might be not in the books today, but we'll see. It is 9:58 a.m. Yes, 9:58 a.m. And guess what? Trunk is open. They just woke up and ate coffee. So for coffee wise, we're actually doing French press. Mind this, that's for dinner. We're just gonna do a French press for coffee. For breakfast, I think we're just going eggs, chicken sausage, and bread. And coffee's thing. So coffee wise, I'm just going to do bottled water, simple. My stove was out. I did bring my dry bin, by the way. I forgot to mention, I did bring my dry bin with me. Everything's there. I don't need to unload. I also brought my bucket with me that I normally bring with me, just to make it easier for just for transportation. I did bring my grill as a backup because we weren't sure if there's a fire banned on this park, so we just brought with us just in case. So I'm gonna start boiling water and getting that ready, so when the guys come back, we can just start getting coffee ready and getting breakfast ready. What else? It is getting warmer. It is gonna be high of 25, so it's gonna be nice and warm. I am still wearing a sweater and pants, well, sweatpants, just to stay warm or keep my warmth in. The fan that I brought with me, this one here, this one here, I didn't get a chance to use it last night, but yeah, too bad. It'll be cool to use it. So, but yeah, no, we're gonna start using we're gonna start cooking the cooking, boiling water for coffee. And by the time we get back, it should be ready to go. It's 11:34. We just finished eating breakfast. We had omelet on toast. So now we're having pre-lunch before the big lunch. We're having sausage and peppers, open flame. It's very good. Hey Zayed. Yeah, now it's getting hot. We went out to the store today, and it was just, the beach is just so full. So it was really nice. The heat is actually out, so it's actually nice. It's not as cold as this morning. So we're just gonna eat more and figure out what to do. So we're decided we're gonna do hour by hour decision making regarding our plans. 12 o'clock, lunchtime.
Captain's log.
We're having chicken. We just literally finished eating breakfast half an hour ago. So we're eating lunch now. So we're having chicken and eggs. Our goal is to finish all the food before we leave, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So we have what's left in the freeze in the cooler? Picanha. See, one's left. How big is it? 5 pounds?
I don't even know. What was this?
3 pounds?
No, it's not that much.
2 pounds?
It's less than that. 3-4 pounds maybe?
Yeah, so we'll be after we finish eating the chicken, we're probably gonna start eating that next. Yeah.
Some pieces are done. I'll start giving you.
Okay.
No plate.
Let's see what we get here. Ready for chops.
Maybe we should have brought more knives.
I have more knives if you want more knives.
You have more knives?
Yeah. Knives? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Get more knives.
You want some chicken?
Get more knives.
Sure.
Let me get more knives. Knife.
Knives, spoons.
Spoon as well? What do we have here? Oh, here it is. Found it. So, there you go, Nelly. Careful, I have knives, spoons, forks in there. Okay. Chicken, done. Let's see what this tastes like. Okay, it's hot. Hold on.
It's hot.
You know, it'd be really funny if you try to eat it while it's hot. Go for it.
It's really hot, guys.
It burns. I can feel it going down.
Yeah, it's hot. Hold on, I'll get back to you. Let me just cool this off. Yeah.
It's not just one thing. Mix it with something else.
It's not spicy hot. It's just
I know, it's
hot.
hot.
Hot. Hold on.
Where's the...
This is my next step. I have to get things like these now. Like bats and balls, like camping bats and balls. So much easier to carry around.
It's 2:30 p.m. We decided to walk to the store. It's about a kilometer away, in dirt road where traffic is. Nelson found a stick. Zahid is just walking straight. So yeah, so we're gonna pass by the beach. All that stuff. We'll take a tour of the campsite when we get back. Right now we're just gonna walk. Show you guys when we get there. Welcome to the beach. It's just out of nowhere. It's a zoo. It's like a crazy zoo here. It's like just in your face. My goodness. That's pretty neat though. There's at least you can have like tents and like water boats. Some places don't even allow you to do that. It goes all over. It just wraps around, eh?
No axes anywhere.
Someone's putting. Oh, that's interesting. This is the first time I've ever seen this. I was gonna say that's pretty neat, man.
Oh, it's cool, isn't it? Takes the big kids.
Oh, exactly. There's Zahid. Wants to dip his toes. Is he gonna sit? Is he gonna sit? He's gonna sink down. He's gonna keep going and it's gonna sink down. Is he gonna sink down? He's gonna sit. No, he's not sitting. He just wants to take a photo of himself. Selfie. Because he wants to tell people that he went to the beach today, this weekend. Now he's taking a photo. There you go. You guys want to keep walking that way? It goes back to that parking lot.
Oh, we got a store.
You got a store?
What is good?
Water's here? Let's go back. Definitely day trips here. Okay, we're gonna head to the store and grab some souvenirs, get some sweaters. Okay, we'll see when we get there. It's 3:00 p.m. and we went to the store to grab some ice cream and a sweater. My traditional sweater buy for a park. Unfortunately, the lineup is longer than expected because apparently they're having ran out of cash or something like that. I don't know, but we decided to come back tomorrow morning to get the sweater and possibly ice cream before we head out. But they open at 10, so let's see what happens. So now we're just gonna head back to the site and figure out what to do after that.
Get it? What happened?
3:10 p.m. We just finished walking from the store. We're heading back to our site, so we're gonna do a little tour like we normally do. Good thing about this place is very organized. There's actually numbered streets like other sites, but this time it actually shows you the no noise logo for each section. How cool is that? So that's actually pretty neat. We were kind of shocked that the campsites are not full. We were presuming this place would be full because of the weekend. This is the second weekend where the schools are already out. Everyone's officially in vacation mode, and very surprised that this place is not full. There's a comfort station over there. But yeah, no, this the layout of this place is a typical layout. It's there's a ring road, and each ring road, in the middle of each ring road has roads in between for each site, so it's pretty well organized. Here, I'll show you what it looks like if you're driving down. Trees in both directions. It's pretty norm, the layout and the look of the road or thoroughfare going to your site itself. You do hear the traffic. You do hear it at night, but not as bad. The site itself are actually pretty big. They're not small, but they're pretty big, very spacious. Like, some of them are very open, some of them are very, very private. You just have to choose which one you want. Regarding the shade, you get maximum shade versus non-maximum shade. Here you can see it here. It's pretty open. Here, see if we can sneak into this side to see if you can see the openness of the site. Here, you can see the site is pretty open. No tree canopy.
I would definitely
But again, you can actually see the tree line on the road. It's very luscious, very, very covered. Unfortunately, you can hear the road right now. You can actually hear the people on this side. Here, we're probably going to go through a site again. Let's see how open versus how covered it is. Oh, here's a great example. Covered versus non-covered. This is actually pretty good. Here you go. Here's a good example. This is a good site that's covered. You get trees. Cars are open. There's, yeah, still have proper coverage from the sun, right? And next door, you can actually see how open it is. It's very, very open, so you don't get as much shade, but the site is pretty big. So if you're coming here, just do your research regarding the site, all that good stuff. So we're gonna keep walking. I'll show you guys something if I see something interesting. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the water faucet here. The water faucet is actually pretty interesting. Compared to the long point, it has a shelf. It's made of wood. This one's made of concrete, and there's no like pedestal for your water canister or your pail or your water jug. And drainage is actually not that good. If the water goes over, you get a little bit of flooding. You do have to be careful also for mosquitoes when you fill up water, so just have to be careful with that. It is 4:47 p.m. So we ended up just hanging around and just play a little bit of a board game. So we're playing Risk. I haven't played Risk since OAC, so if you guys don't know what OAC is, or you guys are too young to know what OAC is, it's like an extensive course, like a pre-university courses before you go to university in Ontario. They actually got rid of it now. They just do the standardized testing, so it's kind of no fun for the younger kids, but whatever. So it is raining right now, if you guys can actually hear that. So we're just taking a break before we play another game. It's been raining for the past 15 minutes. The temperature did cool down. It's actually a lot nicer now. It's nice to hear the rain actually. Everyone's actually just coming back from the beach or just coming back from walk. I can actually hear the camp, our neighbors, getting louder and louder. So that's a good sign that people are coming back and just getting ready for the evening. We did lower down the tarp a bit on that side just to drain some water, but unfortunately the tarp is so big that I don't have another hole to go to the middle to drain the water out. So that's kind of sad, but that's fine. It's kind of funny though, because this site right now is supposed to be music free, but our neighbors over there decided to play music, but they did lower it down, so that's at least something. Yeah, no, it's just drizzling. It's just nice to be cooled down a bit. But yeah, we're just gonna chillax a bit more and head out. The walk, actually, before I let you guys go, the walk was actually very good. It was a nice 15-minute walk from our campsite to the store and back again. So that was a good walk. It was a nice brisk walk, but there is a lot of traffic. So just be aware that if you're planning to walk from any of your site to the camp store or the beaches, you just have to be cognizant that there's traffic, especially if it's a weekend like today. Also, the store was so packed that I couldn't buy anything. They ran out of cash. That's what I overheard. They ran out of cash. Everyone's paying by debit, but if you're paying by cash, you're gonna wait until someone grabs more change. So that's kind of disappointing. There's no air condition in the store itself, so it was incredibly hot just waiting to cash out. So I didn't get my sweater at all. So we're gonna go back there tomorrow morning to grab it, or before we head out, because I really want one before I head home. Yeah, so I'm just gonna chillax a bit more. And when we start cooking dinner, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like because it's so delicious. It's a good cut of meat it's just delicious. So we'll go through that later. Zahid is actually literally just drinking beer in his hammock at the literally middle of the woods, right here. He's just behind all that, just relaxing. So we're not gonna disturb him. He's too relaxed. Yeah, so we're just gonna hang out here for a little longer before we're gonna go cook. We're gonna go play one more round before we start cooking and enjoy the evening. It's 5:35 p.m. and the rain stopped, so that's good. Now the humidity kicked in, but we're planning to do this. We're actually, jeez. So Zahid, what are you making?
I am making picanha, and I'm trying to copy a friend and making some steak. This is just salt and pepper, and I'm gonna put a little bit chili powder in some of them, just to see if it can taste something different, and some lime.
Nice. So that's all we're having for dinner tonight. Nothing else. All meat.
We have a couple of green peppers.
There's our vegetables. There you go. We do eat vegetables once in a while.
Yeah, vitamin C.
There you go.
Oh, and don't forget, we're gonna cook it on garlic butter.
Ooh, and right on top of the grill, right?
Right on top of the grill, yeah.
Awesome. So that's for dinner for tonight. Yeah, so the goal for tonight is again the same thing as yesterday. It's just relax and put our feet up. People are out and about. Everyone's, I think, coming back from the beach. And yeah, this place is getting busier and busier. It's going to be an awesome night. The temperature for tonight, I think it's going to be remain the same. So it's going to be similar to last night. Hopefully. We'll see. And yeah, we'll catch you when we start cooking. It's 6 o'clock, and this is what we have. Nelson, tell me what you're making.
We're making a steak sandwich with some homemade mint sauce and chili sauce.
Ooh. And the steak has been cooked medium rare, the way it's supposed to be.
I'm gonna put it on the toast.
Oh, he's gonna toast it. Let's go see, grab something. I'll get back to you as soon as I get my first bite. Here it is. Look at that. That looks good.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah. The best part of a steak is the fat part. Yep. Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna keep eating. Talk to you guys later. 8:15 p.m. So it's raining. We just finished having dinner and talking, chillaxing. So we're about to start playing some Risk to see if we can enjoy and just relax for the night and just enjoy the rain and play a little game. It is 7:28 a.m. Last night was brutal. It rained around 8 o'clock last night, and or even earlier. I can't remember, but it rained non-stop. It rained non-stop. It just kept raining and raining and raining. It was so bad that we had to change the angle of the tarp just to provide some drainage for the rain, so it won't pull in. But that didn't work at all. It was still raining, so we had to poke it once in a while to make sure there's no water collecting. And yeah, that was that. Around 11 o'clock, because the whole time we ended up just playing Risk, the board game. it was still raining, and the mosquitoes and the flies and you name it started coming out, and it just literally used the tarp as a shelter from the rain as well. So we decided to move the whole game inside the tent, and it was just humid last night because of the rain. It was just really, really bad. So we decided to, we went inside and just played until 1 o'clock in the morning. Because what else can you do, right? So took a nap. We ended up sleeping this morning. No, sorry. Before we actually turned off the light, we're trying to. Nelson called his wife to find out when this rain's supposed to end today. According to the Weather Channel, the Weather Network, it's supposed to rain all morning, and it's supposed to end around noon. We have a break at noon, so we can pack up and all that good stuff. When I woke up this morning, the sun is out. There's no clouds, so that's good. So the goal for this morning is just to skip coffee and just go straight cleaning up, head to a diner and have breakfast there, just in case it rains again. We had plans last night to have a bonfire. We have about a bag and a half left of wood, dry because of we put under the tarp before it rained, so that was good. But yeah, it was just rain. It's 9:28 a.m. So what we decided is we're gonna take the site down and head to a diner for breakfast. So the rain last night made a big mess in the site. It was just really wet, so we ended up having dismantled the tent, tried to dry them as much as we can. There's my tarp right there. Yeah, the tarp underneath the tent, it's soaking wet. We're trying to burn as much as we can just to get rid of the moisture in the air. All our stuff is there because we need to figure it out how to load wet gear in the car for our drive to the diner and home. So it's a task. So a little trick, if you do ending up taking down your site after a rainstorm, first thing you do is just get everything laid out underneath the sun or open air as much as possible to get some circulation, get those raindrops and the wetness. Hold on, I haven't eaten breakfast yet. To get the droplets in the water evaporate as much as possible before you put it in your bag. If you can't do that, if it's still wet, what you do is just grab whatever you can, wipe it down as much as you can, fold it, bring it home, and first thing you do is just air it out. You don't want to leave it in the bag. It will get moldy. So that's what you do. The first thing you do is when you get home. But if it's still raining outside, anything like that, just get some air circulation inside the bag as much as possible. Then you can at least have a fighting chance to keep your gear mold free, right? For me, I have my sleeping pad was wet. I have to air that out, and the tarp. Hopefully, by the time we finish packing, I'm gonna pack that last. So at least that's ready to go for tomorrow. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. The sun is out. I'm not sure if you can see the sun is out. Compared to the forecast that we're supposed to be getting rain all morning till noon. There are clouds, but hopefully it's just gonna stay like this for a while. So we'll probably have about another hour before we can head out to the diner and enjoy the day and enjoy our drive home. It's 10:10 a.m. We're almost getting there tent is gone. We're just drying up the tarp. And here's the phenomenon. We can't figure it out. We left with the car full. Now it's kind of empty. Yeah. Loose items was not that much, but we still left without that much. The car's not full, in other words. But yeah, no, the site is almost cleared out. It's only last minute stuff that we need to clear, and we're just waiting for the tarp to be dried up before we finish loading the car. Yeah, but yeah, we are planning to go to the diner, I think, still. But if we do, I'll bring you guys in and let's go see what we can order. River's Edge restaurant. River's Edge restaurant. Little diner we're checking out. Let's see how good it is. I'm having this. Big breakfast. Looks like this. I think. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that, I think. But either way, I'm getting one of these. Oh, here it is. Bread is here.
What'd you order?
Bread.
Oh, it's close.
Who's having the wait?
That's me?
Okay.
The
I
normal
dropped
person.
one of the pieces, so they're making another.
Okay.
Here we go.
Perfect. Thank you.
And how many?
We're 6, please.
You guys are 6.
Here, you guys.
Let me see.
This is the best.
What if there's another guy here?
This is breakfast after camping. Best way to do this big breakfast. The food was fantastic. It was a good diner experience. Diner food is always good after camping. You can't go wrong with that. I just showed you a short clip because I wasn't really sure if we're allowed to video because there's a lot of kids running around. So I just wanted to make sure that their privacy gets met. So, but no, the place is great. It's a great diner. Heavily recommend this place in Keswick, Ontario, if you're looking for a diner after camping or just in the area. And there is a marina just around, just outside the diner, right here. So it's pretty neat. So that's Zahid right there. Yeah, so yeah, definitely recommend this place. It's day 4, 11:16 a.m. And if you guys are wondering why am I recording this in day 4, there's only 3 days in camping that I'm supposed to be doing in 2 nights, blah blah blah. So we ended up going to the diner after we ended up cleaning up because we didn't have breakfast when we woke up. We decided we're just gonna clean everything up, head to a diner, and finish our trip that way. So I didn't actually get a chance to record a final thoughts in the park itself, the Sibbald Point Provincial Park and its campsite. So here's a little conclusion and review of that site. Good news is the site is wonderful. It is so lively. It's so many people. The site itself, it seems better days. Don't get me wrong. It is a very beautiful site. It's a very beautiful area, but it seems better days. The park itself is definitely well used. The reason why it's so well used and it'll run down, in my opinion, because of proximity to the major cities in southern Ontario, especially around the 404, 400 area highway. If you're in Ontario, it is a great park. The proximity to the major city, it is very close to each other. So let's just say, in a good day, you can be in this park in 45 minutes from downtown Toronto. In a bad day, about an hour and a half. And if you live in the area like Markham, Richmond Hill, Barrie, it's a great park to get to because it's so close. You are going to be in Lake Simcoe itself, so it's a beautiful lake. So there is a beach there too. So if you guys saw, if you guys remember, in day 2 we ended up walking in at the beach area going to the store. You see how packed and how busy the place is. That's how busy this place is. It's just so popular. And while we were looking for wood, when Zahid and I decided to go grab some more wood because we're running out. Sorry, water. I mean, not wood, but water. We noticed that the entrance going to the park was actually closed. The only time you can actually go into the park if you have reservations to the campground. If you don't have reservations, if you're planning to use it for day use, there is no parking. It's just packed. So they just closed the whole park itself, or instead of close the park for day use. For camping, it's still open. And that's how this place is busy. And there was a lot of people, there's a lot of families going to this park because, again, the proximity to the city itself, it's easy for it to go, and you don't need to drive hours to get into to go camping for a different park or different part of the province or of Southern Ontario. So it is a very neat area to be in, but again, it's packed. The campsite, the convenient toilet itself was great, but the size of the convenient showers, and the bathrooms, in my opinion, is very, very small. For the size of the park and for the size of groups coming in, it should be a lot bigger, in my opinion. Instead of having 2 stalls and 2 urinals for the men, you should have 4 stalls and 4 urinals. Just double everything. It just, again, it keeps it going, keeps it running. I noticed as well too in the men's bathroom, the hand dryers were not working, so it gets very. Let's just say there's no, everything you touch in the bathroom was wet because there's no way we can the hand dryers are not working at all, so that was a little disappointing. Also, the site itself, when we noticed that when we got into our site, it was I don't want to say dirty or filthy, it was just not maintained, right? So there's like litter all over the place. So the previous people who has our site did not maintain the place properly. It was just too much. It's just too many things in the ground that it can be very. It was not very nice. It was very disappointing in the cleanliness of the park. But if you go to the day use side, they do maintain it. But in the campsite, it's not that maintained, unfortunately. I have this feeling that this is one of the first parks that they renovated with the new infrastructure, but they have to go back and fix it again or update it again because it shows the wear and tear so much that it's not very appealing, in my opinion. If you're a first-time camper and you need something close, that's a great place to go. It's very, very close. Highly recommended, especially if you live in Toronto or Markham or Richmond Hill or Vaughan or in Mississauga. It's very, very close. It's great. But there are better parks out there that you can go to, has the same feeling as a beach, as a family campsite, but it's not as busy. But you get the same convenience and the park and beaches, for example. But there, it's just too many people. It's not very well maintained. One thing that I do want to add as well too is the park store. The park store is amazing. There's like, you can get souvenirs, you can get ice creams, you can get hot food and all that good stuff. So it's fine, but my biggest issue I have with that is it's not air conditioned. So if it's a blistering hot day outside, like 30 degrees, even 30 degrees and above, if you're falling in line tries to pay for something, you'll be sweating. That's how hot it is. The staff's trying to keep everyone cool by turning on the fan, having doors open, but in the same time, is the more people you stuff into a small room, the more heat you generate, everyone's just gonna be miserable. And when I was planning to get a sweater, I didn't get a sweater at all because it was just so hot, and when the line was long, it was just come to a point it was just not feasible for me to go get something there. It's just not it's not worth it, in my opinion. But if I do go back, I'm definitely gonna get one. I'll get my traditional sweater, my park sweater. But when I was trying to pay for the sweater that I want to get, there was issues in front regarding paying. I think they ran out of money, like for changes and all that stuff when people tried to pay by cash. It was just a big mess. But just to give you a heads up, if you do go to a park, provincial park, you can pay by credit card or debit. So I suggest you bring three different types of payment. One is if you have cash pay cash, but if they don't have cash to give you change from, make sure you have a credit card ready to go to pay, or a debit, because it's just going to speed up the process itself too. And it's just one of those things that can be it can ruin your fun on the beach, right? And but parking, if you're going to be there for day use, be there early as possible, because it can get full really, really fast. And if you decide to park, if you come in late and if you end up getting a parking spot at the furthest parking lot as much as possible, you do have to walk your stuff in. So be prepared to bring a cart with you, like a dolly or anything like that, to bring it in. But as soon as you get to the beach area, it is sand. It is hard to drag something. So keep that in mind. There are bathrooms in the day use as well too. So again, you just have to time it properly and how far you are from the bathroom to use. Just be aware of that too. I think I did show it in our walk around in the day use area. Speaking of walking around the park, some of the sites, you can actually see that there are tree canopies. There's trees. There's so many trees there. Privacy is amazing. If you're looking for a private campsite, this park is great. Trees surrounds you, right? You don't see your neighbors. If you do see your neighbors, it's just a glimpse of their site, because again, you can see through trees, like between tree trunks, you can see them. So just keep that in mind. You do see them, but you don't see them it's like having a curtains. You can see them, you can see them, they can see you, but it's hard to distinguish the features. So keep that in mind. So privacy, in my opinion, is about an 8. I like it, but here's the thing: you can hear them. The proximity from one campsite to the other campsite are close enough that you can hear conversations, but the trees are blocking the sites, but the sound, it does go through. So audio privacy is not good. Visual privacy is pretty good. So visual privacy, I give about an 8. Audio privacy, I give it about a 5. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are wondering what is considered a perfect sound privacy, this means when you're having a conversation, or having a laugh, you can hear the distant laugh, right? That's good. But if you hear the laugh and the conversation and the sentences after that, that's a bad thing, because this means you're just too close. So with that said, that is my conclusion. Yes, I will go back there before the school break or after the school break, not during school break like we did. We went there during school break, and on weekend it's just packed. If it's before school break and after school break, yes, I'll definitely go back there. On the weekday, it's less people, you get more privacy, you get access to the beach much, much better during the weekends. So that's my conclusion. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me here in Camping with Lenny. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. If you like what you're hearing, consider supporting this podcast by buying me a cup of coffee, link in the description. You can also visit campingwithlenny.com. There you can find other episodes and links that can help you on your next camping adventures. Thanks again.